Bonjour, voici vidéo 9 day sur les verbes savoir et connaître. As we talked about in class on Monday, both of these verbs mean to know. However, they will be used with different sentences according to what you know or who you know. For savoir, we talked about when you know facts, when you know how to do something, or when you know that, for example, a certain fact or a certain situation exists. And with connaître, it's to know a person or to be familiar with a place. Say you know the city of Chicago very well, etc. Okay, this is pretty straightforward and we covered it in class. That's also a review from French 1. So let's move right on to the exercise. And we are going to actually change up a little bit what I have in the syllabus. I have for you to do exercice J, a J, but we're not going to do that one. Instead, we're going to turn the page à la page 143. Exercice K. Exercice K. J was just conjugations, and I think you can work on the conjugations on your own. K, exercice K, we're going to be working instead on choosing whether we need savoir or connaître. So let's do exercise K. And I'll put the answers up on the board for you. Numéro 1. Blank tu son numéro de téléphone. Do you know his telephone number? Do you want savoir or connaître? Well, that's a fact, so you want say. Sais-tu son numéro de téléphone? Do you know his phone number? Numéro 2. Je ne blank pas sa femme. I don't know his wife. That's a person, so you're going to want connaître. Je ne connais, that's an I. Je ne connais pas sa femme. Numéro 3. Eugène ne blank pas qu'elle est partie. He doesn't know that she left. Eugene doesn't know that she left. Well, here's an example of the phrase que with the verb savoir, to know that something has occurred. So Eugene ne sait pas qu'elle est partie. He doesn't know that. Numéro 4. Ma famille blank bien la ville de Boston. Here you have familiarity with the city. So we will want connaître. The subject is ma famille, so we get connaît. Don't forget your circumflex on that one, because that is il, elle, on. So my family knows the city of Boston very well. Numéro 5. Blank vous l'heure. Do you know the time? L'heure is hour, but in this expression it means the time. Do you know the time? Well, that's going to be a fact, so we want savoir, and we want it for vous. Savez-vous l'heure? Do you know the time? 6. Antoine blank parle russe. Russe is the language Russian, so he knows how to speak Russian. Whenever you say know how, it's always going to be savoir. To know how to do something, savoir. So Antoine sait parler russe. He knows how to speak Russian. 7. Nous ne blank pas les romans de Victor Hugo. Les romans are novels. Victor Hugo is a very famous French author. So we are not familiar with the novels of Victor Hugo. We don't know the novels of Victor Hugo. We're not asking if we know facts about them. We're talking about, are we familiar with them? And because of that, we want the verb to be familiar with is connaître. So we want nous ne connaissons pas les romans de Victor Hugo. We don't know them. We're not familiar with them. Numéro 8. Blank, elle chante en français. Does she know how to sing in French? Here's another know-how. There's no other choice but. Sait-elle chanter en français? Does she know how to sing in French? Numéro 9. Blank, vous, vos voisins. Do you know your neighbors? They're people, so you're going to have to use connaissez, right? Connaître, and for the vous form, connaissez, right? Connaissez vous, vos voisins. Do you know your neighbors? Et numéro 10. Blank, tu joues au tennis. Do you know how to play tennis? To know how is always going to be savoir, so you get sais-tu jouer au tennis. Do you know how to play tennis? Okay, that's pretty straightforward. That's the end of that exercise, and that's the end of this video section. As always, contact me with any questions or concerns. Au revoir.